Hey guys, it's Jeff. How you doing today? I got some priming done on the half track early this morning, and I decided to go ahead and do an unboxing. I've got another half track in my stash, and I wanted to show it to you. So we'll take a look and see what's in the box for the ICM kit. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this in my diorama or not, but I want to build it soon. I've been looking forward to getting it out and putting it together. So it'll be in the queue before too long. Let's go down the bench and we'll open the box and we'll take a look and see what's inside. Okay? Thanks. I went ahead and pulled a copy of the instructions off ScaleMates so I can show you on the screen. It's a little easier than flipping through it on the table. We've got some history. I'm not sure if this is Ukrainian since the kit's made in Ukraine. I'm sorry. This is probably Ukrainian. This is in English, and they talk about the basic truck. It's a 3-ton truck, Ford, built the Ford plant in Cologne. Here's some of the technical specifications, weight and how fast it would go and that type of thing. It's basically a Ford flathead V8 engine. Okay, here's our colors in Model Master, which I'm not even sure if they're still available or not. Be pretty easy to figure out, whatever color system you're using. And some cautions. Here's the address in the Ukraine. And then here's sprue maps. And the stuff in orange is stuff that will not be used. I think there's, 5 sprues plus 2 clear sprues. Here's our little legend of what the symbols mean. And then we're going to start with step 1, which is putting the engine together. Apparently the engine changed colors in between 1942 and 1943. So depending on what era I guess even if it was built before 42, it was probably used after 43, so the colors would be the previous color. Step 2, we're just putting some of the accessories on. They've got color callouts on here, which is nice. Step 3 is putting the axle together. 4 is transmission and starter, a few other little things. 5 is the front axle. That's interesting. Oh, okay, 2 is still part of this. I would draw lines to all this stuff to make it easy to keep the steps apart. It's very similar to mini art. There's a bunch of instructions on the page, but there's no real division. So 3 is the axle, 4 is the running wheels, or the idler wheels. 5 is the front axle, 6 is the frame, which I would do first anyway, and get it nice and square and then let it set very well. Usually what I do is put the frame together, and then any parts that are in halves that need seam work, I do that at the very beginning and then go ahead and carry on with other things. Here's 7. This is part of the rear suspension. A little bit basic maybe, but shouldn't be too difficult to put together. Here's 8. We're starting to put the road wheels and the differential on there. And then 9 is the tracks, which this is Lincoln length. So we've got several pieces that are, molded together, and then we would have to make up the parts that curved around the ends, which shouldn't be too difficult. 10 is getting the engine and the frame and putting the radiator front axle on. 11 will be the exhaust and the front bumper and a few other little pieces back here. Not sure just what that is. Might be a trailer hitch or something. 12 is the starting to put the cabin together. Looks like 13, the hood or the bonnet, is going to be in multiple pieces. So that'll be interesting. 14 is the front radiator cover and the sides and the cowling there. And here's the dash. Looks like maybe we've got a couple of decals for the dash. 15 is the seat. 16 is putting the cab more or less together. 17 will be the doors and the fenders and glass. And 18 is going to be headlights, windshield wipers, mirrors, all that type of thing, which I would put on very last. 19 is a gas can, a filler, gas filler, a few other little parts. 20 is the basic structure on the back. Now this doesn't have any interior detail. It's just a box. Oh, I don't know. I might paint it black inside, and just so there are a couple of windows, or I might try and come up with something to put in there. We'll just have to see. These were used for all kinds of things, mainly as shelters, but this one is designated as an ambulance, which I guess I don't have to have it as an ambulance. I could use it just as a shelter. Just have to decide when the time comes. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this in the diorama or not. We'll just have to see. But I will be putting it together before long. And the roof. And this is the underside of the floor, putting some supports on. And then we've got a raised center section of the compartment in the back here that we're putting stuff together for, and the back doors. Here's the center raised section going on. There's a little smoke pipe, stove pipe here for like a heat source in the back, which it doesn't provide the heat source. It just provides the pipe. Then putting the cab on the frame and putting the box on. And then the last thing is adding the tracks and the drive shaft. Okay, and then this would be the stairs. They've got a set of stairs that you can have either up or down. And it looks like we might have a carrier that goes on top with the spare. Okay, and then here's color, the painting guide. Okay, so there's a couple of different types of decals, one with a small cross, one with a large cross, and this one here appears to be mostly gray. And this one here, the front is a gray color and the back is white. And that's the end of that. So it tells you Germany, winter of 45. Okay, pretty easy instructions, shouldn't be too bad. Oh, it looks like the spare and everything goes right on top of the cab. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the parts. I'll be right back, guys. Thanks. Okay, here's the decals. This says ICM on them, so I'm assuming ICM must do their own. Just a nice little set of decals. Nothing too difficult. Okay, I'll put that back in my instructions. Here's the clear. I'm not going to take those out of the box or out of the bags yet. These are apparently for the cab. And then we've got a set for the back. Okay. And let's see here. Let me move these over just a little bit. Let me bring the light up a little bit. Okay. This is going to be sprue B. Mostly the cab. Let me get on camera here. Okay. Looks to be really nice. Well molded. I don't see any flash. A very tiny amount of flash right there. Not bad. Got a few ejector pin marks in hidden areas. I don't see anything in places that are going to be a problem. Okay. That's the first one. I don't want to get them hot. This is sprue A. Okay. So let's bring this a little bit closer here. Try and focus a little bit better. Okay. Here's the engine. The dash. Dash looks real nice. Gas tank, or gas can I should say. Frame rails. And there's the front axle. And the rear differential. Steering wheel. Oh, that's broken, which is no big deal. Okay. I'm not even sure if this frame rail will be used or not. Looks like a fan shroud and parts of the frame. Gear shift levers and that type of thing. All looks pretty good. Very delicately molded. A lot of pretty fine parts there. And this looks like mostly pieces for the box. We've got, I think the wheels are in two parts. Looks really nice. Should take paint well. See a few little ejector pin marks. We'll have to see which way it sets. Tread on the tires look really fine. Okay, not too bad. That is sprue F right there. And tracks. Let's go back just a little bit here. So we've got some that are molded in straight sections, and then we've got lots of individual treads or tracks to go around the corners. So this is some springs. Those are really nicely molded. And suspension. There's a different differential there. I'm sure one differential is for the part with the tracks, and one is just for the regular truck. So here's the exhaust pipe. That is really, really delicate. And the drive sprockets. More of the suspension, idler wheels. Yeah, that's really nice. And this is, where is it? There it is. Sprue E. Okay. Okay, that's really nice. Okay. One more. This is obviously the main part of the shelter. Okay, we've got walls, and then there's going to be some doors and some windows. And this is parts for the steps over here. Okay. A few ejector pins on the inside, but nothing I can see on the outside. Looks pretty good. Okay, yeah, we'll be building that before too long. That's really nice. I'll have to think about if I want to put something in the interior or not. Alrighty guys, I'm going to go move some more stuff into the basement. I'm trying to get that set up down there. And we'll talk to you real soon, okay? I'll put pictures of these sprues at the end, okay? And if you're interested in the instructions, they do have them on ScaleMates. Alright, talk to you later. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.